If the brash metropolis of Johannesburg has a soul, it might be found somewhere deep in the well of Ponty City. A 54-story cylinder of concrete and glass that rises from the gritty streets of Berea up into the clear blue skies of possibility that Johannesburg offers to people from all over Africa. Ponty is the tallest residential block in the southern hemisphere. To most South Africans, it is little more than the suicide building. But to its thousands of residents, it houses an entire city within its own round walls, with its own rules, its own exuberance, and its own problems. Ordinary people went to Ponty City to film 3 of its residents on the day of the Miss Manhattan Africa beauty pageant.
Expression d'une union intérieure qui appelle un attachement avec l'extérieur avant de comprendre que ça vient de Dieu ou du diable. Amen.
Many Zairians got out of Zaire for a particular problem. The lootings, 2 governments. Very few people consider that they have to establish themselves here in South Africa eternally.
Babu Katulondi has made Ponty his temporary home. Beneath his window, a nightclub is getting ready for the Miss Manhattan Africa Beauty Contest. The club has become a gathering place for the so-called Makwerekwere, Africans from outside the country who make up many of Ponty's residents. Mary Stevens takes her work seriously. Her job is to choreograph and prepare the contestants for the pageant. Many of them have never walked the ramp before, but the possibility of fame and a week's holiday in Mauritius spurs them on. Although there are tens of thousands of illegal aliens from Africa that come to this country, Babu lives here legally.
Ponty is a place for Zairians. They come here because they've already built some sort of community and they've integrated themselves to the global community of whites, blacks, South Africans, Nigerians. And one major thing is that we have never had a conflict here.
A charismatic church in the basement of Ponty prepares for the Sunday services. It has a mainly Zairean congregation of over 200.
It's among the few churches in South Africa where you have simultaneous translation from French to English. So it's a church, Pentecostal church. Zairians, people from Congo, from Angola who speak French, some other French-speaking persons who are in South Africa. they attend this church. So it's a very cosmopolitan church.
In a three-bedroomed furnished flat on Ponty's 47th floor live two Zimbabwean bank officials, James and Rotanda Shishewe. Their flat looks out onto the northern suburbs where they hope to build a house.
From Washington?
From Zim.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. It's various letters and a few other things in here. But as you know, I don't get a chance to see my mail, so I can only collect it once in a while, and then my mother sends it through somebody who's coming down here. So this is basically the Automobile Association. This is my insurance with Old Mutual.
We've been working on this for a very long time.
Yes, sure.
When we talk about show time, I'm responsible for the choreography and the grooming of the girls.
When you come out of those...
And when the girls hit the ramp tonight and they're not groomed well enough, they will be pointing fingers at me, definitely, if they mess up.
Mary is a true inner city soul. She's a single mother and a model who does PR work for club owners in and around Hillbrow.
Tout commence par une unité intérieure. Et c'est cette unité intérieure qui appelle l'union extérieure.
Te rappelle que, alors, avec la foi, tu vas triompher. Jésus-Christ venait d'apprendre que Jean-Baptiste est en prison et il est tué.
Jesus had just learned that John the Baptist was in prison.
Et il s'est mis à l'écart.
He went away.
Et les gens l'ont suivi.
And people followed him.
Et là, le Seigneur a prêché le message.
But what about the world outside the walls of Ponty? How do the new immigrants cope?
It was very intimidating at first. You know, the initial shock of such a large building and the amount of activity actually going on downstairs when you have all those taxi cabs and cars. It's quite something. But you get over it, you get used to it after a while.
Whoever is crowned tonight is crowned in a bathing costume.
Yeah.
So you must know your best is to stay in the bathing costume. That's when they're choosing the top six.
Six, yeah.
They're choosing top six. So all of you will have to stand there in the row. From there, the six comes up. The ones that have not been chosen will automatically just find their way out into the back. And you can find a place in the audience to enjoy the rest of the evening. Other than that...
No, you don't have
there's no need to be
competition,
sad.
babe. You don't know what's going to be sad.
I mean, we can't have 11 winners tonight, can we?
I don't want to turn back
We live in harmony anyway, blacks and whites, Zairians and locals. Many Zairians now can say Kunjani, can say, and also some South Africans can say bonjour. So it's very, very, very wonderful when you see so many cultures getting together, but there is no clash, there is harmony.
outside world, Ponty might seem like a Babel that cannot but fall. But it is not a slum, not yet at least.
Monsieur Babo, je vous remets des lettres. Je parle en français, comme ça le sud-Africain apprendra quand même.
Ça c'est pas bon, ça c'est...
Non, mais ça c'est pas pour toi. Ça c'est pour les
bon,
autres.
ok. Je passerai, hein.
Ok, merci, bye.
Bye, hein.
Babu's letters are ferried across the Congo River to make the Air Afrique flight from Brazzaville. They arrive within 24 hours.
Those are letters from my wife and some documents. A certificate of citizenship and letters, I mean, different letters from many people. My father-in-law, my brother-in-law, yes.
I've got a 19-month-old daughter, and she's my fear in life. I would never like anything to happen to me right now because she's very important to me. Okay? And I would like to be the good mother to her, the special mother, and always take care of her.
But during the course of the morning, Mary collapses. The strain is too much for her. This is the first beauty pageant she has organized, and everything seems to ride on it.
Exhaustion. I don't actually think we should cover this stuff. Yeah, it's just all this overworking and whatever. It's been this whole week.
For the contestants, everything rides on Mary. She's their ticket to fame and Mauritius, their teacher and their friend.
Yes,
They take her up to rest in a penthouse flat at the top of the building.
You never feel you've done enough for your baby. When I got sick now, I actually saw her in front of me. I saw her all the time. I think it's the tension, everything boiling up. Late nights, because I want the show to be successful. I've always been a socialite. I like being with people, mixing with people. I love music. I love the nightlife.
You like it so much it could kill you?
I would say yes.
Today, Zambia is playing South Africa. Zenzo, James's childhood friend, is rooting for Zambia. James supports South Africa. They both keep close ties with Zimbabwe, but for James, his future is wide open.
I've still got to do an MBA. I've still got to buy a house. I've still got to, do all the ordinary things that people do in the courses of their life. And I always think it's best to travel while you're still young. I might even try Europe. That was my original intention. But then when I went there on holiday, I realized that it was very impractical. It's so far away, it's cold, whereas here, you don't get homesick.
35 floors below James, Babu lives in a tiny studio flat. He has a master's degree in social anthropology and came to South Africa to work for a small import-export company. His wife and 3 children are still in Zaire, but he hopes to bring them out soon.
I've been living at Ponty for about 10 months now. If I'm not at Ponty, I don't feel secure. When I get into Ponty, you know, I have a certain comfort, you know. I like the place. Well, I've never had the opportunity of going to a township, but I've seen one. I mean, you know, by being far, you know, I went to pay a visit to somebody who's working in Verhingen or somewhere. So he showed me, he pointed to me, Sharperville. So, and I knew Sharperville without seeing it. I like South Africa for educational first, and also you have it's urbanized. Well, Zaire also it's urbanized. But in South Africa, it's still at the phase where things are smooth. And also, we like being here because with what is going on in Zaire now, you know, it's traumatizing. I'm not a good cook. I just try. Every time I do, I get burned. But when I was, studying in Zaire, I was a good cook, but when I got married, then I stopped going even to the kitchen. So now I have to do it again by my own, as my wife is not here yet. And I just try, you know. The food is almost the same as in Zaire. We have fish. This type of fish in Zaire, we call it Thompson, but it's all the same. We have maize flour there. It's all the same in Zaire, most especially as I'm from Kasai province. This is a basic food. So we have Thompson and we have vegetables, and that's our right. Seigneur notre Dieu, nous te bénissons, nous sommes reconnaissants pour ce repas que tu nous donnes. Bénis-les Jésus, nous également c'est là qui manque, et laisse qu'il puisse nous donner.
The beauty contest participants take the lift up to the penthouse to get ready for the show.
Guys, don't tap on my toes, please. My toes? Does that mean I must have brought my panties? Ricky's upset with me now. Why did you change your panties? Nuria, how can I wear that color panties?
I'm selling panties.
Oh, really? Do you? Oh, I love it. Let's have a look at it.
You know that Malik's advertised panties?
Really?
Seriously, he did. Malik's advertised
Show us
panties.
quickly. Just show us the link. Show us
Which
the link.
number are you going?
Really? Hey man, hey,
Show us the link.
don't do that. Ooh, you're not good. Hey man.
Mary works in a tough world, but it has improved from the times when the color of your skin under your makeup determined whether you worked or not.
They're not yet here. I was the only black model booked for this show. I'm sure these guys, they were not told that there was a black model involved. And on arrival at the show, I was told that I can't do the show anymore. Because I was black. Haven't you got the makeup bag here? No, my baby. No, it's all downstairs. But they said you got it here, that's why I came up to you. So I must go down. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be long? I'm going to come down now. So I can wait for you. You know, to tell you the truth, if I don't come nowhere, I'll cry.
A city of dreams, many of them made to order. Patrons are body searched as they enter. It's a routine procedure in any Joburg club, but it says much about the danger, the edginess of life in the city, the dark side of the dream.
So who's number one? Who's number two? Who's number three?
It's written as the dresses are hanging.
Okay, please, madam.
Number 9?
I think I'm number 9. I'm number 9. I could just put out, I'm not sure.
Virginia?
Virginia is
from the Virgin Islands.
I knew it.
No, seriously, Vicky is from Cape Town.
Then we come up to Wednesday night, which is our Ruta night, which will be featuring salsa, kwasa.
Doch, I don't know really at all.
Yeah, we've got to.
He's going to take it out. It looks terrible. Okay, we're not finished.
The Manhattan Connection, the place to be, Mondays to Sundays. Good evening once again, and welcome all of you, all our very special guests here today, all our sponsors in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take off. We'd like to welcome you to the first annual Miss Manhattan 1993 Africa contest. Let's hear it.
You can see there, down there, the Manhattan Club. It's a very interesting place for some guys. And not only people who are living here at Ponte who go there, but also people who are living in the neighborhood, you know, they also go to the club. Fortunately or unfortunately, personally, I don't go there. It's because, you know, because of my Pentecostal beliefs.
Gender bending is the curtain raiser to the beauty pageant. After the drag show, the serious stuff begins. It's competition time.
One of these beautiful ladies is going to be presenting Africa.
What would you do with your trophy?
I'll give it to my mother.
Would you rather give a prize to your mother or go to Mauritius?
I'd love to go to Mauritius, but I love my mother so much and I'd like her to go on holiday.
Who do you think will be the queen here today? Do you think that it will be Linda from Bologna? Or could it be Ingrid from Zimbabwe? Or could it be Virginia from Germiston?
Thank you. The top 3 finalists are number 5. Contestant number 11.
Next time.
Yeah.
Smile, girl.
Here we go.
To my makeup artist Janet, who took an hour to put it on. Thank you very much.
And to present our greeting with a bouquet of flowers, we have little Hazel, our mascot here.